Hello and welcome to another video about my favorite topic, Sonowood. And as you might guessed, a lot of videos already put out about Sonowood, and I work quite closely together with the company, and they send me samples and I try them out, and kind of a development partner. I give them feedback and share with you guys my experience about the product. And recently I I visited them, and they showed me their stock and what they got, different kind of woods. So usually they have like maple, then spruce and walnut. That's like their three main woods. And it's kind of a new process every time they try it, like a new wood. So you can just say, hey, I have you some plum or whatever, and please press it for me. It's kind of a different material, different process every time. And what they've shown me is that they got some veneer in stock. So this is actually the veneer I've used for this guitar, and when I visited them, they showed me a couple of veneers, and they feel kind of interesting. So they are very thin. So this was like a 6.6 millimeter oak veneer, and they pressed it like half, so it's 0.3. But it's like very, it's like, I don't want to say plastic, but it doesn't really feel like wood, because the surface is very slick and smooth. And the great thing about it is that it's very scratch resistant. That's one thing about the Sonowood. Like the regular one is, it's very hard and dense, and it's very scratch resistant. So it makes for a great fretboard. So on my fretboards you don't see any wear of the strings, on the steel strings. It doesn't matter. They are basically unscratchable, and that got me thinking, and I always try to find new ways to build the guitar. And a problem I always had with my guitars, especially because I use exclusively French polish, is that they scratch quite a lot. So I've taken a couple of guitars to like a guitar fair, like Guitar Summit, and after that I'll have to polish them again, or kind of take out the scratches. It's like I got a technique how to do it, and it's not a big problem, but So when you buy a guitar, you don't want to scratch it immediately, and it's a little bit of a problem with the French polish. But like with every old guitar, you see there are quite a lot of scratches, and it doesn't look very good. And also I've spoken with a flamenco guitarist, and he told me that he needs to buy a new guitar every 3 to 4 years, because he's like doing these techniques and working the guitar very hard. And basically the guitar falls apart after 3 years. I think I could make a guitar that lasts a little bit longer using the Sonowood veneer. And maybe I show you this guitar first. So that's like the oak, and I quite was surprised that they could manage to instantly. Took a little bit, but they managed to get me an oak veneer, and as far as I know, they don't have like oak normally. And for the reason of the scratch resistance, and also it kind of looks cool, I think, and it opens up like new design possibilities. And my guitars are quite different anyway, so if I do like this, it doesn't it's kind of it works very well for my guitars, I think. And this one is like very dark black, got a roasted bird's eye maple neck and everything else is Sonowood. So the bridge, frame, fretboard, plate, and even the tuner hulls I made myself. They are all Sonowood walnut, and yeah, top is oak, and the color matches quite nicely. So it gets like a little bit of red in it. So normally the oak isn't very red, but kind of gets a pinch of red and some nice colorations. And yeah, maybe so you can see, I don't see any scratches, so maybe I can kind of prove it to you. It's a little bit to do it on the guitar, so you can kind of scratch it there. And even though it's like a French polish, and I thought, yeah, wouldn't it kind of rip off the French polish? And it's kind of cool, because it's yeah, even though it's like the polish, it stays very scratch resistant, and I kind of don't see anything when I go over it. Yeah, there are like no scratches, and yeah, so that's the basic concept. And maybe you ask yourself how the guitar sounds, because of course that's the most important part. And yeah, I can tell you it sounds quite well. So I've taken it to Guitar Summit last week, and yeah, people were quite happy about it, and they kind of liked it. And it's a little bit heavier at the top, so the oak veneer, like Sonowood, is quite heavy. So it's 1.4 kilograms per liter, so to say, and spruce is like 0.7, I guess. I'm not sure. don't look it up yourself, but it's quite. So normally you use spruce because the density to or the stiffness to weight ratio, and it's like the best wood when it comes to that. And you want to make your guitar tops very stiff and very light. So that's why you use spruce. And I also use spruce on this. So I got like the. I always, as you might know, I do the doule-top, and the bottom layer is the spruce, and then I got my like no mix in the middle, and the top is the scratch resistant Sonoveneer. And yeah, it doesn't add like that much more weight, because it's only 0.3 millimeters, and yeah, it sounds quite nice. So it's got like the typical Sonowood sustain, and like the attack. All my guitars get quite a good attack because of the construction and everything. But the Sonowood kind of gets a little more, and yeah, it's got like a very low mid focused sound. So yeah, it was quite a success sound-wise, and also it's very drum-like. So could make a drum out of it. So it's really meant for like fingerstyle percussionists who work on top of it, and I also heard like people like that my top is not like super stiff, it's like flexible, so it's like because of the domination I can make it very flexible, and you kind of have a nice feedback when you hit it. It kind of is a little bit softer, it kind of gives in a little bit, and yeah, So I think it's quite something for fingerstyle or like flamenco. I would need to adjust like the string height above the top and everything, and maybe I'll do that in the future, but for now it's for steel strings. And I'm working on a new one, and this one is like curly maple, and yeah, looks pretty nice. So you can see there's like the back, it's spruce, and only on the top I have like the Sonowood, and it's super thin, like it's 1.3 millimeters on the middle and 2.3 in the 1.3 at the like the borders, and 2.3 in the middle. And yeah, it's like super scratch resistant and nice, and I still have to kind of sand it, and I can basically just oil it, and I'm done. Like, my little test piece here. So it's an old top on the back. So there's like some French polish on the back, on some spruce, and maybe I can catch the light if I do this. You see, it's like horribly scratched, and yeah, happens quite fast. And when I do this on the other side, there should be no scratches. So when I look over it, yeah, it's like nothing. It's like super scratch proof. And yeah, I've oiled it a little bit here, and I have it here. And another thing that's quite interesting is that that it's kind of waterproof. So I put water in it, kind of yeah. It doesn't soak in the water, so it kind of repels the water, and that's quite interesting. Even though this is not oiled, so I only put oil on the top. You can just wipe it off like this, and the fibers, they don't stand up or anything. And but when I kind of sand it and then put oil on it, the oil sucks in much more, and it's not anymore like this water repellent, but the fibers still kind of stay glued together, they don't raise. So I don't water it before sanding like on normal, because normal guitars I would like water sand it and raise the fibers, cut off the fibers that are standing out, and yeah, makes much smoother surface. And I don't have to do this here. But still there is like, because the surface of the original veneer, like this is a piece of the original veneer, it's not perfectly straight, and there are like some pores on the surface, and I'll have some pores on the surface too, but they sand out like very quickly. So in this one maybe I show you a little bit up close. So the surface is very slick, and like there's no pores, and I'll able to kind of finish it very quickly, and yeah, it's like a nice thing too. And maybe you can see it like when I zoom in a little bit. So it's very translucent, and yeah, also when you got like no light from the back, I'll still see a little bit of the Nomex honeycomb seen through, and yeah, I kind of like it. It looks kind of cool, and you see what's in the inside, and so that's pretty cool. So it would make like for a nice yeah, nice lamp design or something. But yeah, so the main concept is that I kind of have this scratch resistant top, and also it looks kind of cool, and as I don't have like this fancy sides and backs, I only use like my hemstone. I don't have like this, can't use like curly maple on the back, now I can use it on the top, and it makes sense from the durability, because I really want to make my guitars more durable, and the best thing to like reduce the carbon footprint of a product is to make it last longer. So I want my guitars to last quite long, and it's also a reason why I do the double top, because it's kind of laminated together, and I got this very high technomics material in the middle, and it's quite of very resistant to like tears and everything. So deformations from moisture difference. And what I haven't done here is next time I will kind of cross laminate a little bit, like tilted like 20 degrees, and this will make it even much more resistant to like tears. And so that's like the Sonoveneer, and I'm looking forward to try out this concept even more, and maybe do like different kinds of widths, and check it out. Sonowood, very great for fretboards, and I really can recommend it for that. And also keep looking forward to see this guitar finished, maybe in like 2 weeks or so. And thanks for watching, and see you next time.